Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Sometimes love finds us where we least expect it, like in a park, all because of a few innocent paws. This is the story of Rudra and Saanvi, whose paths crossed thanks to their furry friends, and then love knocked on the door. Paws and Love Rudra never planned to be at the dog park that afternoon. He was running late from work, and his golden retriever, Toby, had been whining at the door for hours. Guilt-ridden, he finally grabbed the leash and hurried to the park, hoping Toby would forgive him with an extra-long play session. On the other side of town, Saanvi had just finished a long shift at the veterinary clinic. Exhausted but determined to keep her promise to her rescue pup, Nixie, she made her way to the same park, craving a quiet moment with her dog. Fate, however, had other plans. Just as Rudra bent down to unclip Toby's leash, a blur of white fur came bounding toward him. Nixie. The little Spitz pulled forward so hard that Saanvi lost her grip on the leash. Before Rudra could react, Nixie leaped onto him, her paws landing squarely on his chest. He stumbled backward, landing on the grass with an audible, "Oof!" "Oh my God, I am so sorry!" Saanvi gasped, rushing forward, her face flushed with embarrassment. Nixie gets overexcited sometimes. Rudra let out a breathy laugh as he brushed off his jeans. "It's okay. She just caught me off guard. Toby has done worse." At the mention of his name, Toby trotted over, sniffing the energetic newcomer. Nixie wagged her tail furiously, bouncing on her paws as if she had just made the greatest discovery of her life. "They seemed to like each other," Saanvi observed, watching the two dogs circle each other. A soft smile played on her lips. "Looks like it," Rudra agreed. Then, with a teasing glint in his eye, he added, "Maybe it's fate." Saanvi chuckled. "Fate? You mean them or us?" Rudra tilted his head playfully. "Well, I was talking about them, but now that you mention it..." They both laughed, the awkwardness melting away. Without realizing it, they settled onto a nearby park bench, watching their dogs play. Conversation flowed effortlessly. Favorite dog breeds, funniest pet stories, childhood memories. Rudra learned that Saanvi had always dreamed of opening her own animal shelter. Saanvi discovered that Rudra volunteered at a rescue center on weekends. With every passing moment, their connection deepened. The sun began to set, casting warm hues of orange and pink across the sky. Rudra hesitated before speaking. "Would you maybe want to do this again? A doggy playdate, I mean." Saanvi bit her lip, pretending to consider. I don't know. Nixie might fall for Toby too quickly." Rudra grinned. "And you?" She met his gaze, her eyes warm. "I guess I wouldn't mind getting to know Toby's owner a little better." His heart did a little flip. From that day on, their chance encounter turned into weekly playdates. Playdates became coffee outings, then late-night talks, and eventually, something neither of them had expected: love. One crisp autumn evening, as they walked along the same path where they had first met, Rudra suddenly stopped. Saanvi turned, brows raised. "Everything okay?" Rudra knelt beside Toby, reaching into the dog's collar to retrieve a small velvet box. "I think it's time we make this official, not just for them," he said, nodding toward Toby and Nixie, who were happily rolling in the grass, "but for us." Tears welled in Saanvi's eyes. "Rudra," he smiled. "Saanvi, will you marry me?" She didn't answer with words, just a teary laugh and a fierce nod before throwing her arms around him. As Toby and Nixie barked happily, the couple shared their first kiss as fiancés, knowing that sometimes love finds you when you least expect it, with a little help from four paws and wagging tails.